Are you live?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Uh-oh. Um,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it just so I can have comments up. Play the music.
okay, so I guess we're live.
It pulls up on YouTube, so
Yeah.
if that's what you mean to stream, unless you're meaning on Twitch, because you're not.
No, I have all the. I put the same exact key in, and I have YouTube selected for the streaming on OBS. I'm not even gonna try to touch anything else. um, I haven't have to have me screen sharing just my webcam on OBS because it won't work in Discord for some reason.
Yeah,
But
we'll we'll figure it out.
we'd rather have it be buggy for us than you guys, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's tell them that.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'd rather be able to see the webcam and have the audience see nothing. You know?
Right.
How's that, Sioux City?
Woo, woo, city.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. What? How you doing? How you doing?
I might. How's Ian?
Alright. Tight, tight, tight. I'm okay.
Toot, toot, toot,
I,
toot, toot, toot.
I just got back from a birthday party for my sister.
How old is your sister?
23. Yeah.
Oh,
We just had like a little dinner get together with uh we had the neighbors over and stuff. They're pretty good with friends with my family, so
cool.
cute. Um yeah, besides that not like a whole lot else going on. I'm trying to finish up some more of my vlogs. I got uh another one of my vlogs finished up this week, except I'm going back and I'm trying to work on the intro because the intro I was trying to make it so that all because that for the intro I was being kind of lazy and I was just like I was like trying to like layer and do different kind of effects with like different waves that I found like on YouTube or whatever. But since I did the outro myself and I did a 3D animation for that myself, I just decided to go in and do the same for the intro. So it's all totally just my my own doing, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. Um. But yeah. The vlog that I finished up doing was like it was like over an hour. It was like an hour and 5 minutes or something. So it's not too bad. It's about
was it
like
all Gonzo and just you walking around with a camera, or was it like edited and like
oh no
neat?
yeah it's there's like it's a lot of different clips of me doing stuff, giving updates throughout the day. What you know like because it was still half of it. I think it was or it was like half of it or three quarters was when I was still at my parents, and then uh, the rest of the weekend I did it when I was at home. But yeah, it was just like kind of like a weekend vlog kind of thing over the course of the weekend. And then I did the same thing for the 4th of July weekend last weekend. And I got a bunch of footage on Saturday of like fireworks and stuff. I used my DSLR to capture the fireworks so I could zoom in with my telephoto lens.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it actually came out pretty cool, so I'm kind of excited to to work on that vlog. But yeah, what about you? What's going on with you, man? Anything new?
Mm, just work. I missed work Wednesday because I had a really bad gout flare up, but I'm feeling better now.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. But I mean, it's good you're
Eh.
feeling better now, though.
Yeah, it's not as many flare ups as I used to have, so that's better. But
Yeah, it's like sometimes I
yeah,
forgot. Oh yeah, I have that, by the way.
yeah. Well, normally I'll get up and be like, well, I hurt. I'll take some pills. It'll take the edge off. I'll be okay. Because I start thinking, well, if I don't come in, then they might not have someone to cover and yada yada. And no, I woke up and I said, fuck it, let the place burn down. I don't give a shit.
Let the fucker burn down.
That's right. I don't care. I hurt. So,
Shit.
but other than that, just working for a living,
Yeah. Did you
working
get?
for the man every night and day.
Yep, yep, yep. Right,
I
right,
got like
right.
an hour of gaming in yesterday, so I was surprised at myself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I never get to, but when you try to make time for yourself the game, it's never enough.
yeah.
There's just enough time to log in and go, oh shit, now I got to find a place where if I respawn later, I won't immediately die.
Yeah. What about last weekend? Was it just sleeping and then like mowing the lawn and?
What did I do last weekend? Mow the grass on Saturday. Mm, I think that's about it, really. I haven't really been doing anything. Trying not to. It's too hot to do any damn thing. I was gonna go to a car show this weekend, but it's too hot and too expensive.
Mm.
Because the show I was gonna go to is like it's $10 to park, $20 to get in. I'm like, nah, nah.
Shit, I just realized that nobody did even hear that music that we were playing with the intro because when I made that scene for the logo, I forgot to put the audio outputs
Oh,
because I guess you have to do that too, even though you could see it. I could see the bars going up and down for mine, but and mine and yours, but you have to put in these two things here
yeah.
for each of
Well,
the different scenes, and then like that one was just by itself.
maybe you'll have to go back and watch it later, Ian.
Yeah,
See how it came out.
hey, I ain't even gonna watch my own shit.
Well, like I didn't know till once I was watching one of our Minecrafts and chills. I didn't realize Ben was just letting it flip back and forth between who was talking. And I was like, no, that's no good. It's got to be on one camera, dude, because they won't know what the hell's going on if every time someone says something, the screen changes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know because I didn't watch it either.
Yeah. I mean, I could always go in and r- edit the video and put in some music, but it's just like, what's the point?
Do it live.
Who gives a shit, right?
I mean,
I don't give a
someone
shit
might.
about you giving a shit.
Wow.
As Doug would say, I don't give a shit about you giving a shit.
Well,
I
he would say
remember
a
he
lot
said
of
that.
things, most of them wrong.
Yeah.
So,
So, I bet you got a question for me then, huh? Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
How's that going to come through on this one?
Yeah.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
All right, what you drinking on there?
Okay, so first I finally decided to try this berry Dr. Pepper here.
Ugh. Sounds gross.
Yeah, Nate tried it. He said he didn't like it. I mean, I tried it. It's not too bad. It's like just reminds me of like a grape soda or something, you know? Maybe like a grape crush or what's the other one? There's Crush, Fanta,
Welch's?
and then Welch's. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Isn't that like
Yeah.
with the squirt or 50/50 soda or whatever, 7 Up? Forget the brand.
Yeah,
of that.
Floyd was showing me Dr. Pepper flavored cotton candy. I'm like, fucking Dr. Pepper tastes like prunes.
Yeah, it does.
Nasty.
And then I have this. It's like a mango and pineapple ice. Ice.
Ah.
Not Mountain Dew ice. Unfortunately, they only have one flavor of ice now.
Yeah.
Nate, in his soda collection, he did have a cherry ice, but I don't even know how old that shit is now.
Expired. That's how old it is.
Yeah. And I just have a Baja Blast if I'm really thirsty. But if I get really thirsty, I should probably have some toilet water. Shouldn't I?
Right.
If you're getting that damn thirsty. Your body's probably trying to tell you something. What about you, sir? You got that Sioux City?
Well, yeah, I got a
Studio City?
birch beer, and
Yep.
with dinner I had a Baja Blast because I actually went to Taco Bell, and then I got a ice on ice and then toilet water.
Now, what is it? What do you think? Like, how do you compare, like, a Baja Blast or whatever out of the can versus the, on tap versus just like in a bottles or whatever?
I don't know why. Like it's better. It's better in the store than it is in the can or a bottle.
Oh, you mean it's better at Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because usually you would think like the machines, they'd be like a lot more syrupy or something and taste grosser.
Well, it's probably the same reason McDonald's Diet Coke is so good. It's because they start with really good water.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of YouTubers go to different restaurants and just get glasses of water to see who has the best water. It's McDonald's because they filter it so that their Coke tastes so good and makes you want it.
Have you ever had to work at like a fast food place and deal with those machines?
Well, years ago, I worked at one, and then when I started working where I work now, I used to have to deliver to the cafeteria, and the tanks were in the room where they had the syrup, and the floors were always sticky.
Ugh.
Yeah. That was years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And that concludes our soda talk.
Right. That's how they should always end.
Yeah.
Did you have a video of the week you wanted to start on, or?
Yeah. This video of the week. Oh, you want the real song, huh?
Yes, please.
It's not hide and seek. It's the video of the week.
Okay. So you can screen share if you want.
Hold on. I gotta open a new window.
Window.
Open the window. And I gotta stop full screening so I can get to the link. Maybe.
You're sponsored. We're sponsored by Full Screen.
Yeah. Is that that thing?
Isn't that what Linus used to do? Or I forget who would do that sponsor.
Pulseway? Okay. Copy. I gotta pull the video up before I even try to screen share. Hold on.
Okay.
Doing it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Turn on screen share. Dark fire? What?
Yeah. You're still not screen sharing.
Hold on.
There we go.
Well, I had to pick it. I thought I could pick the application, but the application didn't come up, so I just said fuck it and did the whole screen.
Yeah.
So, what's this about, Ian?
So, you know, you're all into murdered out stuff like clothes and computers and all that, right?
I am pretty gothic. I'm wearing all black right now.
Yeah.
Just happens to have Bob Ross on it.
Yeah. Your soul is super dark.
I give my heart and soul to you.
So yeah. I figured you'd appreciate this because this guy that I've been doing a lot of videos of the week on, he's also did how to make black fire. Murdered out fire.
What?
So if you scroll through like later past the video, he uses you remember when we showed the difference between yellow and yellow, where he actually uses like a lamp that actually produces the yellow wavelength.
Yeah.
So basically, he uses that to filter out, and he uses a special kind of like different chemicals that he puts in the flame, and what it basically does is filters out any other wavelength than that specific yellow, so it does that monochromatic thing that we were talking about before, so it only shows the blackness of the fire.
Fire. I'm scrolling through trying to find the cool. Motherfucker, that's smoke. Whoa.
Yeah.
He's not really making the fire a different color, though. He's just like filtering it out so you don't see it.
Right. Well, part of it is still orangish or yellow or whatever. A lot of it is black, so it's kind of a hack, but it's kind of interesting because, like he's saying, it's able to make a lot of it black, but also the important thing to realize is that it's also casting a shadow too, which is interesting. And this is purely the fire part. There's actually no smoke coming out of it on top of the flame.
This seems really dangerous to be like looking at a fire under a diffused light to trick your eye so you don't see the whole fire. It's like,
well, I mean, you can
lighting a fire in a dark room, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the people mess around with that fire where they make the flame invisible.
Why?
Because people.
Yeah, that's. I forgot. People suck.
Well, I forget what the chemical it is that makes it do that. Like, I think acetone does that. That's dangerous because if that catches on fire, the flame will be invisible.
I mean, sure. I don't know why you'd want to, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool. But whew, boy, I wouldn't do this.
yeah, I've seen a lot of videos of where they do like a whole rainbows of different colors of where if you put different chemicals in the fire, it'll make it like green or purple or blue or whatever.
No,
They even
you're thinking Doc Brown when he's on the train. He's got those charges that turn smoke purple and pink and all that shit when they're hotter.
oh, you could type it in. Just type in rainbow colored flames and stuff in the. You'll see it there. They even have like these packs that you could put in that makes
I'm not
campfire.
Googling flaming rainbows, Ian. I'm gonna see so many cocks.
Well, if you YouTube it, you might not. If that.
You have to preface it with might not.
Yeah.
I mean, this is cool, but boy, I didn't watch the video by itself, so I'm sure that stuff on the table or floor or whatever he's using there is just water. But boy, my mind's going, that's gasoline. He's gonna burn the house down.
Yeah. No, this guy does. He's. I guess he does pretty controlled experiments, but I mean, there's still some risk involved,
I mean, whenever you're
Don't do
using
this at
anything
home.
combustible, yes, anything with anything flammable. Do you know there are 3 terms for whether something is flammable or not?
Oh, really?
Flammable, inflammable, and non-inflammable.
Huh.
I mean, that's true, right?
Right.
George Collins said, why are there 3? Either the thing flams or it doesn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like how there's water resistant and waterproof.
Well, that actually shows degrees, though, because it's resistant up to a point.
Yeah, they have
Waterproof
IP
means,
ratings.
you ain't getting no water in this motherfucker. So, like, you could take it out in a sprinkle little, storm. Like, people were taking their Apple Watches in the shower and then getting mad that water got under the fucking screen protector. No shit, Sherlock. So, or like, scratch resistant and scratch proof. Like, when the iPhones first came out, I read a forum where the guy said he would show people how his screen is resistant to scratches by scraping it with his keys, and then nope, he made a scratch. And they're like, yeah, it's scratch resistant, not scratch proof, dipshit.
Yeah.
So that at least shows a difference. Flammable and non-inflammable, just that's 2. But why do you need inflammable? So, I mean, technically there's 4 because isn't non-flammable a thing too? I don't know. Anyway, so it's cool.
That's just adding words onto it then at that point.
Well, you got the 7 dirty words, and then you got a bunch of the same dirty words. So
Yeah. But yeah, nothing's absolute though.
except Kelvin.
Yeah. That's Calvin Bacon.
Yeah. Would you like to see my video of the week?
Video of the week. Yeah.
Mine's a LTT video.
Here's a titty video.
Yeah, that's what I said. So,
Let me see it. I don't know if scroll a little bit, see if I get it.
No, this is already 3 minutes in. You gotta know by now. Nah, the
I'm not recognizing. I might not seen it yet. Oh,
if
wait a
you're
minute. I think I know. This is the he did his engineer guy he's finally giving him his workshop.
yeah, so if you watch our videos for any length of time, you know that we both enjoy watching the LTT stuff. And Alex, his engineering guy, every project they have, he's like, well, I could do that if I had some better tools. So they got some better tools. And this was just an entire video of them unboxing and setting some of the shit up. And while I enjoy tech and all that comes with it, I'm also an engineering guy. You know, that's where my college degree went, where my hobby, well, my hobby is what my car is. So,
You want to see some
tools
jigsaws and miter saws and
no, no, like there's a router, CNC machine,
Yep.
like a bunch. Some of it's vintage stuff from like the 60s and 70s, and even that is like thousands of dollars. Like this, what's this one? Is it Brixton? Is that what this company? No, Bridgeport. This Bridgeport machine here. I think he said that was $5,000 for
Yeah, he said supposedly he's still the second most expensive employee.
Yeah, because there's another guy that cost more. So I don't want to imagine what he cost, but it's so funny though to see Linus totally out of his element. Which I'm actually surprised you didn't have the new Jay and Barnacle videos.
Well, I saw one that was like a clickbait thing.
Yeah, they did too. They just did one like a couple hours ago with Jerry was setting up Jay's NAS with Unraid. And it was so funny because normally Jay knows a lot about computer stuff, but then once you go from the hardware side to the software side, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So
yeah, I guess that they made up then or something now, because I remember Jerry was saying in one of his videos a while ago that he was two big potatoes now to really be friends with or something.
I don't know.
But no, like I like these videos like this one and Jay's build setup thing for his new shop, because it's something different besides just seeing another monitor or iPhone video.
Right, like right now all the channels we follow are doing the same. Here's the exact same card with the exact same specs, but we play it on we use this one game that the other guy didn't use.
Yeah. Well, when it's all the same hardware that everybody's getting, it's like it's hard to make variations of it.
Yeah, they either you get like Kyle Bitwit's video where it's like, yeah, I got the supercar, but I didn't get it in time to actually use it. Or you get like Gamers Nexus, who got it, and got extra important info from the fucking manufacturer, took it down to the microscopic level and told you what to do with it, and you're like, oh boy. And then that wasn't enough. He'll do a video, and then the next video he's like, yeah, we took it open and spent 4 cents on it, made it cooler. They did that with Navi.
Yeah. Plus, then Windows going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, he's doing what Linus does. With Linus goes and makes servers for other channels. Wendell just goes up and goes, "Hey, I know Linux."
Yeah.
And I almost made that one with EposVox and Wendell a video of the week, but really it's a long video of them talking, and I really didn't want to scrub through and talk about what they were talking about. I just want to be able to click and summarize, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then he had to make a follow-up right after they made it anyway. Because drivers change, that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to them doing stuff with these machines and explaining stuff.
Yeah, because they were talking
So,
about doing their own water blocks, and then, of course, they've already been doing like their own server cases and stuff or something.
yeah. So, did you want to get into stations, sir?
Yeah, sure, we're chugging right along here.
I mean, you have a lot of articles. I really only have a handful. I started going through yours and I said, holy shit, he's got a bunch. So,
Yeah.
hit me with the theme song.
Theme song.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
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 All right.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So this is a in-desk setup, huh?
Yeah.
I like
I
that
think-
Minecraft lamp.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that a vertical mouse?
I think it is.
I mean, I understand it's to be ergonomic, but then the keyboard is like right up on the monitor.
Yeah.
That's not right. It's either in the desk or he's got it laying beside the desk, I think. I don't know. I'll have to read. I don't know. I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared, Sarge. We're all scared, son. Where'd you
Yeah,
buy that Minecraft thing? Target. Okay.
My theme is I was in a hurry, so let's get some battle stations theme.
Gotcha.
I scrolled through a little bit.
There we go. Here's a picture of it with the lights on. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh
So
boy.
that's-
Oh boy. Oh
So I'm
boy. I
guessing
have
one of
those
them is
same.
a streaming computer.
Probably. I have those same speakers, but they don't work.
Aw.
Oh boy. And his router is back there behind it.
I remember the days where I used to put my router on the same desk as my computer.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's the view from the captain's chair. It is a vertical mount. Look at me knowing something.
Yeah. Linus did
He
a
is
video
playing
on it, I
Minecraft.
think.
A little chest. Oh. Oh, he's got the Asus spotlight. You see it?
So what's he
That's
got?
a
Was this a picture where he had to like? Are those two computers on that side too?
I think it's in a different orientation
Huh.
because the monitors are different, and there's a Christmas tree on the side. But yeah,
Those are some.
that's a
fat towers.
ROG. What the hell is it? I say that was spotlight. It's a fucking thing. Well, it's a little spotlight, and it shines that eye. I think it's an eye, whatever the hell the ROG logo is. So for $30, you can tell them how much you like their brand.
Some Strix gaming powered game fuel.
Gaming.
Game.
Gaming. Looks great, but what's with the clamps on the monitors? I don't know. So
be messing with my eyes all the time just to be having one straight color.
Right. Oh boy. I'm liking where this is going.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
I have to
you
admit,
see what you get.
Huh?
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You have to admit what?
I have to admit, I like the layout and everything.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Excuse me.
Doper than dope. Which, by the way, don't dope.
You fucking
It's not
fuck.
dope.
Excuse me. Alright. Now one last station from you, right?
Yep.
Oh my, this one has multiple pictures. Here we go. Wow, that's... Oh my god, my eyes hurt. Wow.
Imagine actually being there.
I mean, I imagine when you look at it, it just goes wow, 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 wow.
You probably have to wear sunglasses.
I mean, the light is so bright that the fucking two monitors are like blown out. You can't even see them.
I mean, at that point, yeah, like I could see you kind of needing those glasses that filter out all that light, but I mean, you know, I mean, it's not like it's one little small 20-inch screen. People are worried about it. That shit's like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's just the light behind the monitor because here they are with just the ring light, and the ring light isn't that bad.
Yeah,
Well, he's got a
that's
second
crazy.
ring light though, like behind the left monitor.
Honestly, this is probably my favorite one for a while
I mean,
that we've done on the show.
it's pretty cool. Is he using an old phone as like a secondary display there on the bottom left?
Well, maybe it's that or using it as like a jerry-rigged Elgato Stream Deck or some shit, you know?
I don't know. I think it's like copying his rain meter theme there. I'm gonna have to read the comments. Some probably asked him. I'll bet.
I mean, there's ways that you can use it as another screen, or you can use it as an input thing, or yeah, if you just want to do like widgets on there or something. Keyboard is that a good keyboard? It's
I can't
tanky, at least I
tell.
like it. I mean, it
Um,
kind of looks like my Core Master one, but with different keycaps.
I don't know. The keycaps look awful short, so it doesn't look like it would have a lot of distance.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I don't know what brand it is.
I think that the mouse is a Logitech.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Because the keyboard and mouse is on the desk. Now, look, does he have a chair?
I think he
That's
does.
for-
I think he's just posing for it.
Someone says that's a lot for only a 1060 there, bud. Yo, dog, I heard you like monitors. Now that I look, though, they're not that big, like, compared to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my monitors are stupid. I guess that's...
Oh,
Is that a PlayStation to the fucking side? I think that might be a PlayStation.
Well, it
Like,
looks like
tucked
he's
under.
got ultra wides for his verticals.
Eh,
They look like they're longer than the shits in the middle is wider, you know?
let me read the specs. Specs, here we go. Monitors. 2 Asus 21 and a half.
Mm.
2 Dell 24. Yeah, no, that's it.
Well, he made it look nice.
Yeah, he put some light on it and took some good shots from different angles. I mean, look at the cable management shots he did. He didn't have to do this shit. He wanted to do this shit. He felt we are owed.
Yeah. I mean, if he does decide to get some nicer monitors, it's all ready for him, you know?
Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, it's got an i7 3930, so that's kind of an older chip, ain't it?
I think so. But
But
then again, I mean, weren't they doing like the 3000 something series for the Rib GN and stuff? But they was like, the highest end of the 3000, so it was like 10 or 12 or 16 core or something.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a difference between high end and just older generation, I guess,
Yeah. I mean, it's i7. It's just like older gen. I don't know. I mean, he's got a 1060, so he can run some 1080 monitors at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to see my shits? Let me pick your. What's your favorite? You said that one's your favorite, right? The last one.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. I like this one. Well, I take that back. You can have your crazy 4-screen. What am I saying? Because
speaking English.
Because I like this one better.
Well, what are the votes?
1.8K for this one, or 10 for this one.
What, just 10 votes for that one?
Yeah, 10 upvotes.
Okay.
So, I'll give him an upvote. Now he's got 11.
Excellent!
Sweet.
All right.
And I could give him an upvote for his Minecraft?
I gave him all upvotes.
Oh, okay. That's a nice Minecraft lamp, at least, he said.
Yeah. I mean, it had some good pictures. It looked cool.
Sweet. Cute. Sweet.
All right.
So, did you have a theme, or was your theme...
Nah. In fact, I couldn't pick... I tried to narrow it down to 3, but I said, fuck it, I'm picking 4, because I couldn't decide. So...
Was your an unflammable theme?
I don't know.
Or
I kept going,
unflammable theme?
I just kept going, ooh, ooh. So this one, as you can see, it's got a couple looks like Fantex halos around the fans.
Yeah.
Which I believe those are the addressable versions, because they come in addressable and old school RGB. And I want to say that's a Corsair case because by the shape of it, but I don't know for a fact.
I wonder if anybody's tried to mount those on like the GPU fans.
I mean, I don't see why. Like, I don't know why you'd want to, but because it's just a square. Like, if you have more than one fan, if you're running like a if you're running just the one, if you're running just the one blower fan, like a reference, whatever the hell the new Navi is, then sure. But if you're running two or three,
you're saying those won't probably fit on there, like all three of them, like they would on the.
well, look at you see the vertical GPU here. See how the fans are like literally blade to blade. There's no gap.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it doesn't look like there's much room there.
No, there's a definite. I mean, there's a bezel because that's where the LED lives.
Yeah.
So there's a definite bezel around it. The black housing is too wide. It would interfere and it wouldn't line up.
Yeah.
Now I can't tell.
Nobody's using those reference.
No, I mean they do when they first come out. Sometimes they water cool them, but yeah, a lot of people are going to wait for the aftermarket ones. I don't know who his waifu is here because he's got a figurine right in front of the case. I can't tell who it is, but he's pretty Corsaired out. He's got the Corsair cooler, the Corsair headset, the Corsair mouse. Pretty cool. I don't know what that shit is on the back there, like those pink and blue lights. I give it to him though for continuing the theme all the way through.
I wonder if the company that does those nano tiles branched out and did squares.
I don't know. They look like a projection. If I had to, maybe. I don't know.
Well, but then you don't see it on the monitor though.
Well, no,
they're
but
going behind the monitor.
Yeah, it could be forced perspective. There could be a projector on the other side of the monitor, shooting the wall behind.
Yeah, I mean it could be coming from the ceiling, but who knows? He could have made it himself,
I'm saying like from the wall, like from the fourth wall where we are standing, like probably above our head would be a projector pointed at the wall, and then we're so low that the monitor looks like it's coming up over it. Be my guess.
Yeah, like the other guy was doing with his screens to make them look bigger.
Yeah. It's like that meme. It's like, real life versus on the social media. And it's like big liquor bottles. And then the real life, it's the samplers that you get.
Yeah. Hey, that's how movies are made. Like back in the day, like Beetlejuice.
Right.
Little props and
Fantics,
shit.
digital halos. Connected to 2 Corsair Lighting Node Pros. The walls are neon leaf canvas, and the ambient is dream color RGB strips. So nano leaf canvas. Is that something new? Because I knew nano leaf Aurora.
I guess they are doing some variations there.
Let me see what. Huh. Look at. Let me go to. Oh, it's $200 for a starter.
That is kind of expensive.
Different. Anyway, this is the first one. My second station is a fucking weeb.
Oh no.
I see all those manga on the shelves behind me.
Yeah.
He's got a Switch. And then someone asked him, is it a TV on the wall? Yep, I only use it for the wallpaper, though.
What? So he's not like using that. He's got a TV behind his bed, so he's not even really watching it on bed, and he's not even gaming on it. Like if you turn the chair around. I hope he's got a TV in front of the bed or some shit behind the camera.
I don't know. Let me see here.
Neat though.
I dream of being able to use a whole TV just for a poster. I got it from my father when he got a new TV himself. Since I don't watch any TV, I figured it would be a nice decoration. And someone says, bro, put that bitch on swivel mount. Ultimate bedtime Netflix watching / gaming / jerking. That's a pretty good idea, actually. I might do that. Thanks for the recommendation. He read jerking and was sold. I mean, who wouldn't? Touche.
Touche, douche.
Bobby Boosh.
Baba Bougie.
I like the colors. Makes it pop. And then this one is also a weeb, but he's got a shit stack. Yeah, he's got a shit stack. He's got Fidelio headphones, sticker bomb case, vertical monitor. I mean, Mario. Looks like a coaster there on the left.
It's a coaster.
And they, he's got the green and the purple with the green and the purple with the green and purple. So it,
And a yellow.
Where?
On the monitor. On the screen.
No, that's green, dog.
No,
Not
the
exact-
background with the text and stuff.
The
text.
It's like a lime green. It's a mixture of yellow and green, but it's not straight yellow. It's a
Right, the Switch that's like the greenest of them all.
Huh?
The Switch, the Joy-Con, that's like really green.
Yeah, that's straight green. But then the the keyboard and the looks like the mouse pad and the screen, that's all green and purple. So
it's like a Joker theme.
Yeah, Joker theme. I had a buddy who had a Joker painted car. He had like purple, black, and green.
It
was cool for
Green Goblin or
Cock Goblin.
That's what I said.
There was on that show Code Monkeys, the one dude was come up with a name he's for a villain that is a goblin rooster. And he says, see, I like Cock Goblin, but I also like Goblin Cock. And everyone's like, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
And then this one, I was just like, okay, Ian's going to like this one. Booyah!
It's like you just straight up unzip the pants, right?
Got Corsair case, Corsair RAM, Corsair cooler, Corsair fan, Corsair mouse. I think that's a Corsair mouse pad. Key. Pretty sure that's a Corsair headset behind the monitor.
You see, someone like me, I really appreciate this. Besides the RGB, like I'm the type of person, like if I have a really nice screen like that, I could do one screen. I feel like you're the type of person that you'd still need more screens.
Well, you saying that'd be enough for you?
It probably would if it had to be. I'm just saying I would, if I could, I would probably get more, but like I could live without even more, I guess,
Oh no. Dude, I want to buy another GPU just so I can have another monitor. What are you talking? But I like the title of this one. First post on Reddit, be gentle on maneuver.
Yeah.
And this one was long-time lurker, please no bully.
Well, do you like having the actual monitors like split up, or like, because someday we'll probably be able to have monitors that could be like modular, and then you could just pretty much attach them without any bezel, and then it just functions as a single monitor, but with more resolution,
I mean,
Or do you like
if I
having some
real
kind of space between them?
nah,
So
I
you
don't.
feel like, well then, like if you could get like an AK, would you just divide that up, like have 4 4Ks then or something?
Um,
'Cause that,
I don't know. This layout was calling to like before I even had this computer. I was wanting to.
yeah,
It's not practical for anything, and I know it's stupid, but I don't.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying like there's not really a difference between like having like multiple monitors versus one monitor as long as if you have the same amount of resolution, it doesn't really matter if it's one or if they're apart,
Uh huh.
I mean, have you actually calculated how many what the total resolution of all your screens is?
Nah.
No. Because like when you get the 8K sizes, then yeah, you could. I'm sure they'll be able to make it so you can start dividing up your screens. Like they already have a lot of monitors, so you could do like a 4-way now or something, can't you? Or it's like 4 inputs then.
I don't know. Anyway, so my favorite. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the giant cock one.
That one.
Yeah.
Um, I'd pick this one.
I was gonna pick that one until you just the dude just flopped his dick and put it out on like a plate,
That didn't sound gay at all.
Goblin cock.
Right. Okay. Now let's get on with the news, sir.
Let's keep on getting on.
You heard what I said. Keep on, keep it on, kicking wing.
Kicking wang.
Play a theme song. The news with Ian.
It's just me. I'm all by myself. This whole
I was
reality
alone.
of the universe was just created for me.
Excuse me.
That's the theory. That's what people are saying. That like
The Matrix.
everybody's like own experience of the world around them could be just created all separately for each person. You know?
Oh, so like the entire universe is just like made for you, and then once you're dead, it like is wiped.
Yeah.
Boy,
I guess kind of like
what a
the Matrix.
but wouldn't that be a bitch if like they made all these people with good eyesight, but you're the only one that matters, and they made your ass legally blind?
Yeah, like it's just made for me to, like test me, see how good I'm doing.
Right.
You know?
Look, watch this. This will make him kill his damn self. Watch.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
did you ever see the Truman?
I remember seeing bits of it back a long time ago when it came out, but I never like fully sat down like recently and watched it.
Pretty good. Okay, so don't open any Amazon Prime Day emails just in case.
Oh yeah, okay.
What?
So a little primer here. I should mention if you're looking for any happy-go-lucky articles today, you're not in luck. You're unflammable in luck. You're
So what
unlucky.
you're saying is You're full of the Downy Donertons today.
Uppy Uppertons, yeah.
No, these are downers. They make you down, sad in the dump. Anyway, so let me scroll down. Amazon's made-up holiday dedicated to epic deals and working its warehouse workers to the bone is fast approaching, and so apparently are pretty convincing phishing scams disguised as emails from the tech giant. Yeah.
That's basically it.
Then the very first thing they say is McAfee, so you know it's going to be bullshit. So, McAfee research discovered an Amazon phishing kit in May of this year, designed after a phishing scam that hit Apple users last year, according to a blog post from the security forum. The researchers believe the same group is behind the Amazon attack alongside another malicious actor. The kit lets someone create an email with a PDF attachment that looks like it's sent from Amazon. Links included in the email direct the victim to a fake Amazon login page. According to the two images posted by McAfee, they're pretty convincing, if fairly basic as far as phishing scams go.
Now, did you have any
Nah, I don't read
Amazon
email.
articles about the the Amazon Day or whatever? Because I guess there was some articles about it. There's some shit going on.
I
It's
have
supposed to
one,
be
but
good.
not about Prime Day, no.
Yeah, Prime Day.
It's in my what the fuck stories.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is like, there's the hype train is big for, Prime Day. So, like, of course they're going to, excuse me. Of course they're going to try to get everybody right when it happens.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, that phishing shit is real though. Like I said, my friend, she got hit by one of those phishing things and took money out of her account.
where I work, they test us. They send us fake shit, and then we try to report it. And it goes, "Congratulations, you were staying vigilant, and this was a ruse set up by our IT department." And one time, I clicked one that wasn't. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was a fishy link, but I didn't click on it. I clicked the thing where it lets you preview it without downloading it, but apparently that is the same as downloading it to IT. So,
Brownie
but
face.
it's just the same as like now, whenever you turn on the news, oh, it's tax time, so senior citizens don't answer the phone because the IRS does not call you and ask for your social security number.
Yeah, or leaving robotic automated voice message.
Right. Well, now it's like first it got to where we don't answer the phone. Now we don't read fucking emails. Don't click on links. Don't breathe air. Give me the next thing. TrickBot malware may have hacked 250 million email accounts, including millions belonging to governments in the U.S., UK, and Canada.
Tell us what all this is about.
TrickBot malware may have stolen as many as 250 million email accounts, including some belonging to governments in the U.S., UK, and Canada. The malware isn't new. In fact, it's been circulating since 2016. But according to cybersecurity firm Deep Impact, it has started harvesting email credentials and contacts. Researchers are calling this new approach Trick Booster, and they say it first hijacks accounts to send malicious spam emails and then deletes the sent messages from both the outbox and trash folders. I mean, of course something comes back from what they say, 2016?
Yeah.
It worked then. Why not try it again?
Right. People aren't any smarter, right?
Nah. Well, a radio host I was listening to was like, "How come people are recirculating this post? It's from 2 years ago." Yeah, but the date is yesterday's date 2 years ago, so they think it's new because they're not looking at the fucking year.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
older people are getting computers more and more, so especially like they said, and the government, of course, fell for it. Yeah, because the government's not smart. They got power that doesn't like the average bureaucrat is a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
Obama was the first person to have a laptop in the Oval Office. That's sad.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the people that work for the government, they're specifically trained to do, like, functions for the government. They don't necessarily have to be, like, an all-around computer person. They're
Well,
told what to click on and what to do and everything.
well, when Congress was talking to the guy from Google, it was sad. He's like, "Does this phone know that I moved to the left?" Well, sir, if you have an app installed on it, it's not a trick question. Actually, it is. Website drive-by attacks on routers are alive and well. Here's what to do. Drive-by attacks?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Website drive-by attacks that try to booby-trap visitors' routers are alive and well. Oh, so the website itself will have something, so if you go to the site, it'll get into your router?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Fuckers. You're gonna fuck my router, aren't you?
I mean, that's what they want to do. That's why you gotta go to them verified porn sites.
Yeah.
Researchers detect 4.6 million attempts over 2 months in Brazil alone.
Shit.
It was a perfectly cromulent router for its time, but those were dark days, friend. Dark days indeed.
Oh. Like I said, with a lot of this security stuff, I mean, you just gotta use your head about all those stuff, and I mean, you're eventually gonna get bad's gonna happen to you, probably, even if you're smart about stuff. But that's just life.
Right, you got to back stuff up, and you gotta, use common sense and be like, oh, it was probably that one site, and then once you either do a fresh install or a reinstall, then just don't go to that site.
You mean you gotta be an adult? No.
No. Google workers listen to your OK Google queries. One of them leaked recordings.
So this was the main one. This one is crazy, dude.
This is just gonna get Nana all in a tizzy. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they just had these stored in a Dropbox some fucking where. Like Google Cloud or something.
Yeah.
And the conservative people are just sitting there waiting. See, I told you. The goddamn made-up mermaid fish lady is black. And the goddamn Googles are listening.
Well, it says Google today defended its practice of having workers listen to users' Google's assistant queries following the leak of 1,000 voice recordings to a media outlet. Google also said it will try to prevent future leaks of its users' voice recordings. Yeah. In the recordings, we could clearly hear addresses and other sensitive information, the VRT article said. This made it easy for us to find the people involved and confront them with the audio recordings. VRT said it let ordinary Flemish people hear some of their own recordings. Wouldn't that suck to be like, that's like your ethnicity or whatever, Flemish?
What? I can't
It says
hear you. I'm
Flemish.
sorry.
Uh,
So
Can you hear
what did
me?
you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before it sounded like you were across the room.
Uh, well, it said VRT NWS, a news organization ran by a public broadcaster in the Flemish region of Belgium, said it was able to listen to more than 1,000 Google Assistant recording that it received from a Google subcontractor. So, I was saying, wouldn't that suck if that's who you're technically a Flemish person?
Mm.
Flemmy, like phlegm. But anyways, this
In these recordings, we could hear addresses and other sensitive information. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
yeah, it's like Google Home is supposed to record only users when users say "Okay Google" or "Hey Google" trigger phrases, but VRT NWS said that 153 of the 1,000 recordings it listened to were conversations that should never have been recorded, and during which the command "OK Google" was clearly not given. Recorded voices leaked to VRT included bedroom conversations, conversations between parents and their children, but also blazing rows and professional phone calls, uh, containing lots of private information. Yeah, and
What the
then
hell are blazing rows?
I don't know. I'm just reading the shit.
I'm just a guy reading the news. I don't know.
Talking about joints or something.
I doubt it.
Yeah, of course Google responded. They said, "We just learned that one of our language reviewers has violated our data security policies by leaking confidential Dutch audio data." Google said, "Our security and privacy response teams have been activated on this issue and are investigating, and we will take action. We are conducting a full review of our safeguards in this space to prevent recordings like this."
It means a very angry argument.
Yeah.
Users can disable. Yeah, sure. Sure, you can. You can.
Yeah.
It's also only supposed to listen to when you say the, and it doesn't. So sure, you can click the placebo button. Go ahead. Makes you feel better.
That privacy slider, UI slider. It's just
Yeah.
a button.
Yeah. Go ahead. Makes you feel better that you're in control, kind of, right? No? Okay. Just accept your fate. Be a nihilist. Who gives a fuck? Change your passwords every couple of months like a grown up.
Yeah. Let's see. Was that the? I think that was it for
FTC failed miserably in punishing Facebook.
Oh, that was it for the privacy ones, but not it for the Debbie Downers.
FTC, which has been investigating Facebook in the wake of its massive Cambridge Analytica scandal, has voted to approve levying a massive $5 billion fine against the social media giant, according to reporting in both the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post. It's the single largest fine against the tech company by the FTC today, but its inadequacy is to curtail future breaches of this sort already has progressive lawmakers furious. Well, yeah. I mean, really, other than saying, don't do that, and I go, okay.
Okay.
Facebook pledges to move dumb and eat shit. What? See, I like the little side articles half the time. They're better than the actual story.
Yeah.
But yeah, every week there's some bullshit that they're like, oh, did we accidentally give away everyone's names, addresses, and phone numbers? Oh, damn. We won't do that again the next week. Oh, damn, did we just give away everyone's names, addresses, and phone numbers again? We don't even know who all we gave away. No. Who gives a shit? Next.
Yeah, we're. Well, who gives a shit if we give a shit? Not them.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right, what are they going to do? What are you going to do? Go to MySpace? I'm sure. Your binge watching of Netflix and porn is contributing to millions of tons of emissions a year. What?
Yep.
What?
So this is. I mean,
What?
I kind of should have put this in the what the fuck articles in its own, but it would have been the only one.
What? What?
I mean,
I'm not going to read this.
well, I mean, you believe in global warming, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be every action contributes to global warming. So
What do you mean by that?
every action creates carbon emissions. If you
yeah.
use energy, which everything does, you can't do anything that doesn't release some kind of carbon that's going to destroy their. You go outside and you're not bothering going, you're sitting there smoking a cigarette, that cigarette is going up into the air and creating carbon emissions, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, like.
You fart, that makes emissions. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a consequence, but, like, this article, I feel, really tries to make you feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, is there a downvote option on this page?
Well,
Don't take away my Netflix and porn. Fuck you, lady. Yes, and she's trying to get you to agree with her. Her name is Yes.
Well, it says all the data centers used to run the sites that give us our videos from YouTube to Pornhub require massive amounts of energy. Researchers estimated earlier this year that YouTube alone emitted some 11 million tons of carbon dioxide in 2016. Now, a separate group of analysts from the Shift Project, the Paris-based think tank dedicated to a low-carbon future, has concluded in a report that all online videos from around the world emit over 300 million tons of carbon dioxide a year. That's 1% of the total amount of global emissions. Which sounds pretty low to me. But
Well, it's bullshit because before it was all magazines, so you're cutting down trees, so you're adding to deforestation. Paper mills sent up smoke, and then it was just waste paper because no one was going to recycle their porn mags.
yeah.
Good luck telling people to not use porn because it's bad.
Yeah. Well, later in the article, they say they don't expect people to not watch videos. They just are saying they hope people will do it less, which is still pretty unrealistic.
No, it's just like Amazon. They're like, oh, yes, it's horrible what they're doing to the people and their employees. And the shut the fuck up. I want my package in 2 days. God damn it. Why is it taking 3? I want it in 2. I'm paying for 2. God damn it. Fuck you. Yeah, I know. You're crying and pissing in a joke, so you don't have to take an extra lunch. Right. I don't care. It's just like it's the same way we dilute. It's the same way we delude ourselves with buying from China. Of course, it's a sweatshop full of people that are abused and treated like animals, but that's way over there. We're over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always definitely am a proponent of people figuring out cleaner ways of sustaining what we do currently, because it's not, people aren't gonna not do that, so we might as well try to work hard at trying to figure out how to do it in a better way,
Well, I mean, it's like with emissions in general. You want people to drive less. Well, provide free public transportation. If I could ride a shuttle that goes 300 miles an hour with Wi-Fi and get somewhere for the cost of a couple bucks, I would do it.
Yeah. My old
Instead of paying for gas for my own car and then having to worry about my own car breaking down. Sure, but the way the infrastructure is set up, I can't.
Well, one thing I am confused about is like why do they complain about like like farms and stuff with like cows farting and stuff like is it because they're all concentrated in one area because they're gonna fart if they're in a farm or not or if they're in some field.
Yes, but the thing is, you're okay. That whole argument is because you're just breeding cows. You're adding more cows. There aren't as
Oh, you're adding to the population then, you're saying?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
because that if you're making for hamburger and
We need
steak,
meat.
yes, that's just like they say you're added deforestation because they can't have trees and shit. They got to just eat grass. So you got to plow down the trees to put these cows up, and then the cows fart, and you're adding more and more cows because they
Yeah.
gave actual numbers. We are eating a lot more red meat than we were several years ago, which you would have figured the 40s and the 50s would be prime red meat eating time. But
And I'd be willing to bet it's specifically America.
well, you got to remember now we've got Omaha Steaks where you can mail somebody a fucking steak.
Yeah, they got
And all you
like
gotta
butcher box and stuff. Joe Rogan has that on his. He's sponsored that shit.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know if I told you. My neighbor, I saw he had 4 grills in his backyard. So I asked him how many he actually owns, and he's like, I don't even know. Hold on. And he started counting on his fingers, and he got up to like 11, and I stopped paying attention. And he actually knew which model. So those guys take that shit serious.
Yeah, I I do want to try some of that wild game that Rogan talks about eating all the time because, yeah, I mean it's
You ever have gamey meat?
no, I mean I've had deer before. It was pretty good.
Eh. A buddy of mine says, "Oh, if you butcher it properly, it won't be game at all." I go, "Yeah, okay, sure, buddy." But but the thing is, like, you grow your own. Like a lot of the people who are, those dirty hippies that grow their own little garden and try to reduce their carbon footprint. They don't have any meat because you try to raise cattle, and all of a sudden now you have to have more land for them to eat. You have to have more meat, and like we were just talking about, they're going to fart more. So
Yeah, I wonder
you can't
if
raise
the
more than
solution
like
would be
one at a time.
I wonder if the solution would be to like if there's like eat more of like I don't know because like like eat more animals where the population is too high and then that population will be down and then move on focus on something else. I don't know.
Soylent Green is people. Now, eventually, he'll be the Impossible Burger. We'll just have fake veggie burgers.
Yeah.
Because I mean, really, unless they told you, how are you gonna know? I went to Tim Hortons for a long time and kept ordering the turkey sausage on my breakfast sandwich. And then one day I ordered it, and they're like, we don't. No, that's not turkey. That's just regular sausage. I didn't fucking know.
Well, didn't they have like they did like
Yeah.
a $10,000 lab grown chicken sandwich or something, and it actually was pretty good. But that's the problem is it's so expensive now. The lab grown shit.
Scientists unveil image of quantum entanglement for the first time ever. No, that's Annabelle. What is quantum entanglement, dog?
Quantum
Two spaceships
entanglement is
fucking?
yeah, it's that feeling that you get when
In your jump?
when your wifey sauce is gone.
What?
It's it's all you. It's about your feelings.
Feelings. Nothing more than feeling.
You always have that love connection between the two things. That can't be separated based on time or space, you know?
Uh-huh.
Or regardless of time and space. Okay, so for the first time ever, physicists have captured an image of quantum entanglement in a paper published in the Journal of Scientific Advances. Scientists from the University of Glasgow shared the first known image of a Bell entanglement. The photo depicts two photons interacting and storing physical states for a brief instant, an event that occurs regardless of the actual distance between the particles. To capture a picture of the Bell entanglement, physicists created a system that shoots off streams of entangled photons from a quantum source of light at what they call non-conventional objects. These objects are displayed on liquid crystal materials, which can change the phase of the photons as they move through them. A camera capable of detecting photons was then set to snap a photo when it identified one photon entangled with another. According to researchers, quantum entanglement is one of the primary pillars of quantum mechanics. The concept is used in practical applications like quantum computing and cryptography, but no one has ever managed to capture an image of it in action. Physicists involved in the project believe that the image can help to advance the field of quantum computing and may lead to new types of imaging. So, science and shit.
Uh-huh.
Are you, you want to go, do you feel like going back and watching some Quantum Leap now?
Nah.
Nah. I only saw like one or two episodes and I forget what the shit was even about.
Oh, that was my shit.
Oh, it
Dr.
was?
Sam Beckett.
See, I thought you were, when you were saying nah, I thought you like weren't really into the show.
Oh no, I love that show. I watch it all the time.
Was it kind of like, did they do like real like ideas, like scientific ideas that they talked about, kind of like Star Trek?
Well, really, they more or less it was about who he leaped into that week, and it wasn't about the science, about the, you know, the future that he like. Only one episode did he actually talk about like the technology they sent back, because it was part of an experiment too, because his brain, what they referred to it as Swiss cheese, he didn't remember everything and they couldn't tell him stuff because they didn't want to interfere with the experiment. So he had to try to remember stuff as best he could.
Right. Well, quantum physics has always been like a magical thing to use for just like radiation and shit back in the 50s, you know, as far as storylines goes, where it's like it'll give you you could do magical things with it.
Oh, like how if radiation turned man into Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the Hulk or like Toxic Avenger, you know.
I mean, that's probably the most likely scenario. You turn into a bleh.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Lite is $200 and colorful, but doesn't connect to TV. Well, that's just a big fucking Game Boy then, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. I mean, this is basically geared towards, the people that hardly put it on their TV at all, you know, that are always, like, I think Nate, he has one, and he hardly uses it on his own TV, I think. But he already has one, so.
Article always says, is it really a Switch? Does that even matter? I play my old Nintendo Switch in handheld mode most of the time. I mean, if it's cheaper, then it makes sense.
Oh yeah, the
But
other big difference is that the Joy Cons aren't detachable either.
well, I mean, yeah, because you're not hooking up to the TV. I mean, if they run this alongside at the same time as the DS, then they're stupid. Just get rid of the fucking DS, and there you go. How much is a Switch nowadays, anyway?
I mean, I thought it was like 250 or 300. It's probably 300, I think now. Still, it's still pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, shit's got to be like really old to even go down a little bit in price now.
Well, didn't they say the screen's only 720?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, hell, the Wii was 480, so that's technically a bump.
Oh, really?
I don't know what the Wii U was, but the original Wii was just only 480.
Wow. What was the like the original the black and it wasn't even black and white. What do you call that screen technology back from the 90s where it was just like dark shades over the green tint?
Monochromatic?
I guess so, but it was kind of like a old school LCD screen or something. Wasn't it? I wonder what the resolution of that was because that was just basically like what was it
Yeah, a
30
monochrome
by
monitor
30
is a type of
pixels.
CRT computer monitor, which very common in the early days of computing is basically green. Yeah,
But on the handheld devices, the lighter values technically are like the black parts.
I mean now with like my phone's got an AMOLED, and when the shit's off, like when the shit's black, it's just straight up off.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, well, it's good because then that saves on your battery then.
Oh boy. Yeah. Plus, I use the lighting where it knows to dim it and make it brighter. So, like, I tried to show my wife something. She's like, "Your screen is so fucking dark." She's like, "How come you went from the brightest screen ever to the darkest screen?" I go, "Because I was wasting battery."
Yeah.
GTA or G2A attempts bribery, blames rogue employee.
So you remember we
Oh
talked
boy.
about them last week, right? With theirs.
It-
That whole
yeah, how
thing.
the devs are like, just pirate the shit.
Yeah.
Who gives?
Who gives a shit? You're gonna lose money anyways.
G2A? Boy, this is a long
GTA.
article. Read this if you care, folks. It's kind of long-winded. We're not going to sit and read the whole thing word for word because that's boring entertainment.
Yeah, it seems that a certain unnamed employee emailed solicitous messages to 10 gaming media sites. The employer asked said sites to publish articles lauding the difficulty of obtaining stolen keys on G2A. In exchange, there would be a financial reward. Pity they never emailed Gamer. Gamer. We're hard up for a few quid. I just. So basically, they bribe them.
Uh-huh.
Well, the rogue employee did, but obviously people are assuming that the company was involved, anyways. I mean, in general, do you think like a lot of companies that say it's like a rogue employee, like the Google thing? I mean, do you think they probably at least knew about that shit and just didn't? They probably didn't. They took their sweet ass time on that shit.
It's usually some scapegoat to take the fall for their shady practices.
Yeah.
If they don't say by name, then it's made up. And if they do say by name, they're pinning it on that guy.
Right.
Because you ever notice one person always does something really crazy, and then they're out of the fucking news, and then they find out that that company did something crazy, or that government institution did something crazy behind the scenes because the attention was drawn away from them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Unless if it's
Dr.
like
Mario World.
a top exec that has to step down or gets fired or something,
Yeah. And they're still going to keep doing the bullshit they were doing before. It's just a different name. Dr. Mario World is a great game for 2 hours. Then it wants money.
Yeah, Dr. Mario is the perfect fit for mobile, but it can't escape the revenue streams that define the market. Nintendo released Dr. Mario World Tuesday on both iOS and Android. The NES-era puzzle game is a perfect fit for smartphones. Each game lasts only a few minutes. The touchscreen controls work like a charm, and clearing out virus-laden levels of increasing difficulty killed 2 hours of my afternoon. After those 2 hours of Dr. Mario World asked for money, that's when I lost interest.
I mean, that's how mobile games are in general.
Yeah.
Because they can't put out a game and expect people to buy it, and then, especially, I'll bet this is free.
Yeah. But one thing that I remember they mentioned was that one trick is a lot of games do is you'll have an actual in-game currency, but you pay for that with real money, but they don't say, hey, get this. You're not paying with money, you're paying with in-game currency, so
Yeah,
you don't feel like you're paying for it.
Well, that and it's a legal loophole. They can say it's not technically gambling.
Yeah.
I mean, they actual brick and mortar places do that. That whole Keno thing. That's what that is. You play with Keno, and then after you get the tokens and shit, you take them somewhere and you get cash for it. What, officer? We're not playing for cash. We're playing for these tokens that are worth cash. I mean, if it had been an old school Game Boy, then it could be something you could just play and it'd be fun. Maybe this will come out for Switch and it'll be better. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I got this from a video from Inside Gaming Daily, and yeah, basically they're not even immune to starting to do microtransactions now with other games too.
Yeah. Is that your last story, Ian?
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't
Not
tell.
too bad. We try to go through them pretty quick.
Well, I couldn't tell because the way that it posted them, it would have it, and then 2 or 3 lines down, it would have the same stories again. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that.
I guess they want to be fancy and post the actual, like the content on those links too.
Ah. Okay, give me my theme.
Hit you with your theme.
Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna try to breeze through these here because it's already kind of late. It's my fault, but still. Hangouts on air live streaming on YouTube going away later this year. We touched on this a little bit recently. It's when I googled what to do after it leaves. There'd be a couple how-to articles or people's opinions. A lot of it brought up the old stuff that they say they're getting rid of it this year, but the article was 2016.
Yeah.
So they've been dangling it in front of us for a minute, but yeah, that shit's actually happening, and there is a date.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually were, because I don't think I found out the actual date until after the show last week, but yeah.
That's just because it popped up and said, "Hey, here's the date it won't work." I mean, ours even did a little article on it. And
yeah,
of course it's easy and simple and it works, so that's why they're going to get rid of it and move on to something convoluted and stupid that won't work.
Well, they said they want you to try out that camera thing or whatever, but that's, I think, just streaming for yourself, like vloggers or
yeah,
whoever, little teen girl.
It's it's really stupid because if you like have a phone and then you go live that way, sure, but the website shouldn't be dependent on that.
Right.
And having it baked into the Google experience was really easy and made sense most of the time until things stopped working. You have to admit it's kind of been broken for a while.
Yeah. Well,
It'd be nice if they just were like under one umbrella and did the same thing, and like didn't have 10 different apps. Ugh.
It would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice? Anyway,
But yeah, it's going away on August 1st, and we figured we'd jump on this ahead of time to get all the bugs straightened out,
yeah, we're gonna try it out, see how it works. Anyway, on to
Yeah, I
tech
said,
news.
I think we're all ready, in quotes.
Right, we'll see.
We'll see.
So, time to rise in and shine. Intel AMD has started shipping 7 nanometer desktop CPUs like it's no big deal. It's happening. Like, this is great because, I mean, yeah, Navi may not be the greatest, or Navi or may be awesome. Who knows just yet? I mean, it's still the fucking reference units with went back to the blower cell card. One reference Radeon 7 wasn't a 3-fan design. What the hell? Anyway,
Well, are all the Ryzen 3s out yet, or does
No.
everybody still have early access, like all the YouTubers and stuff?
no, the first couple you can buy now. There's supposed to be a higher end one. I thought. I can't remember. I thought that was the
3950X. But
I don't fucking
it's
know.
Still not Threadripper.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't follow the actual desktop Ryzen. I just said, hey, look, they got higher core counts. That's great for people. They haven't announced my chip. I'm sticking with Threadripper. If they're supposed to come out with it, I'm excited. If not, I'll switch to the desktop and get the higher, core count, whatever. But
Well, you might have to
this
if
would
your
be
computer doesn't,
eventually.
If it's
I
like
want
not if it keeps acting up or some shit. I mean, has it been okay far lately?
I mean, I've been with where I'm at. I'm stable. It's just
Okay.
I'm running at. I don't know what my CPU is at now, but I know my memory is not XM. Whenever I try to switch on my XMP set, I get an error code. So I don't. I was talking to somebody. Maybe my voltage might be going up too high, but that's a default setting. It should default to a safe setting. I don't fucking know. And it worked fine before, so I don't know if it's my cooler or what. I don't care. I'll worry about it later because I'll be going to a bigger chip, and I'll probably get an air cooler to put on it until I can RMA the water cooler, or I'll just get a different water cooler. I don't. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, what's this article basically about? Because we've known that all the Ryzen 3s were supposed to be 7 nanometers for a while.
This came out on the 8th when the shit launched on the 7th. So this is the day after.
Oh, okay.
But plus they're like, they launched on the 7th, it comes out the 8th. You don't got to wait a month for the shit to come out. You can go out and buy stuff. It's not going to be in great supply or nothing. But it's out there, dog. Supply. Yeah, I think one of the guys I watched on YouTube, he said he called the one Micro Center in his area, and they only had one left, and it was 3 hours away. So,
limit 1,000 per customer.
Right. There's some lady at the front line. I'm gonna buy all of them, like the iPhones. Yeah. Did you ever see that video of the lady who she cashed out her savings, and went to buy all the iPhones so she could resell them, and she even paid somebody to take their spot in line. And she got up there and they're like, sorry, ma'am, it's one per customer. And the person she had paid for their spot in line had enough money to pay for their phone and then some accessories.
Wow.
That was a great video. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Because she rolled up right before they went, they opened the door and went to like the first person in line and said, I'll pay you this much for your spot. And they said, okay, ma'am. It's fucking hilarious. So, Ryzen Threadripper.
I wish I was rich.
Right. Check this out, though. this was on the 8th, so the same day as the last article. Ryzen Threadripper 2920X plummets in price one day after Ryzen 9 3900X release. So the 12-core chip, the 2920, which is the second gen Threadripper, 12-core, dropped in price. The 2950X 16-core can now be spotted for, this is English pounds, $779, while the old price was $899. The 2920 12-core can now be spotted for $419, while the old price was $599. Now the 12-core previously was like the one that was dropped so low you couldn't buy it for damn near a year. But if you look at the price history, look at this. Pew.
So what's the percentage it dropped down by?
I don't fucking know the percent. It doesn't say that. It gives the dollar values or the pound values. So I'm not converting and doing math, but it's cool to see price drops.
Well, would you ever go in between an 8-core and a 16-core?
Hmm?
The odd numbers, like the 6-core and the 12-core, that's, I've always felt weird about going with like an odd number of cores. I'm just OCD though.
I mean,
I always got to be like double, 4, 8, 16, 32.
well, 6 is still technically an even number because it's two threes.
Yeah, it's not like an odd number technically, but I mean it's like the in between ones, the non-square ones.
It's not like you're using a computer with 3 gig of RAM. I mean, it's more cores than I have now. I have 8, cores. So, and it'd be the newer architecture, so it would be better, and I could still use my motherboard I have now. So, it would be a decent upgrade. I would prefer to be up to the 32, but that might be a while yet. I might still, wait until it plummets down to stupid cheap.
Well, what are the 16 cores at in the second gen now? Is that still like ridiculously expensive?
The what cores?
Just the regular 16 core, but the second gen.
In this one, it said it dropped to £779 from $899. So that's,
that one went down too a little bit.
Yeah. I in this article, I didn't do an actual fact check. I'm just saying. Let me see here, because I don't know where they're reading to, because certain sites don't seem to talk to each other. Yeah. Like, that shit should be on sale, and they're still charging original price.
Fuck yeah, America price.
Right. Well, right now you can get the 12 core for $558 on Newegg. Let me go to Micro Center. I think is actually cheaper. Sorry, hunting and pecking on me. What?
Yeah, I did go through and watch that whole video after we talked about it.
What?
The Bitwit video on the all Best Buy build.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Pretty good. He actually got it cheaper because even with the tax, because he forgot to talk about the tax and shit. I think it was like $100-some just in the tax.
Well, and they do price matching too, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought this was kind of cool. Like, if you go to the Micro Center, right now, okay, the 2990WX, so that's the 32 core, right?
Yeah.
It's originally $17.99. It's on sale for $14.99, which is, yes, that's on sale, right?
Right.
But if you get the 32 core with an ASRock motherboard, it's a Tai Chi, so it's a decent motherboard. That's $1769. So that's That's like $30 cheaper than the original price of the chip itself
Right.
for the chip and a $300 something board. Now
Yeah.
that interests me because if I make a server, I'm gonna need another board. So I'm obviously not gonna do it just yet, but hopefully by Christmas time this will go down even more.
You want to do a like a streaming server or?
Nah, I'm gonna when I get a new chip for this machine, I'm gonna take the old chip and make a server out of it.
A server for what?
My NAS.
Oh, that's gonna be your NAS then.
I'm using my old FX chip, which it works, but I mean, if I'm going to upgrade to a beefier chip for this computer, the 8 core is not going to do anything. It's just going to sit in a closet somewhere otherwise.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I feel like that paying that price is a lot more worth it than paying that much for just like a video card, you know.
I mean, this is cool though cuz like I
Isn't
would
that
have
what
both things.
isn't that what the 2080 Ti is still now, like $1,500?
The TI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's stupid still like yeah, 1221 for the Strix version.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a CPU could do a lot more at that price point than the GPU
Yeah.
could probably, you know.
For $9.99 you could get the WinForce.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which has been the cheap one for a minute. On sale. I think it's the WinForce. Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do a 2080 Ti Super.
I don't know. Okay, now on to what the fuck news.
What the fuck?
Come on, there it goes. Amazon continues work on mobile home robot as it preps high-end Echo, says report.
Hmm.
Do you see why I put this in what the fuck? Let me repeat this. Amazon continues work on mobile home robot. A robot.
A robot.
Prototypes for the wheeled robot can be summoned using voice commands. Now, I'm not going to read all of it, but look at this fucking thing.
That shit looks creepy as hell, man.
Hi, Dave. You said you wanted me to turn on the. Why does it need to wheel up to you? Can't it just be a disembodied voice where the worst it can do is just order some shit off Amazon?
Yeah.
What the fuck can this thing do?
Just give me
It's like a Segway without a person on it.
Could you imagine that thing following you into the bathroom when you're trying to take a shit?
Nah. I can see it stabbing
You're
you.
jerking off.
Okay, anyway.
Just jacking it. What are you doing? Just jacking it.
My gaming news. Yeah, I'm gonna block your fucking ads. Anyway. Pakistani politician mistakes a GTA 5 stunt video for real life. Congratulates pilot. Narrow escape of an aircraft which could have ended in a great disaster. Miraculously saved by the pilot's presence of mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm done.
That's funny, right?
God damn it. I have nothing left.
My last story.
I'm just gonna check out of life, Frank.
Mortal Kombat movie is R-rated and features fatality.
Oh yeah, I did hear that about that because a lot of times I like to go on that site, movies in development, and check like the production status, like if it's in development or pre-production or post-production. You know,
Since it's
like
already been stated by other members of the team, I'm going to put this one to bed. MK will be R-rated, and for the first time ever, fatalities will finally be on the big screen. And no, I'm not going to say which ones. You'll just have to wait for the movie and see.
by the way, I did watch that Hellboy movie, the new one.
And
I thought it was okay. I mean,
did you see the first ones?
yes, of course I did. I saw the actual
Well,
Del
see, you
Toro.
can't say of course because you could have seen the. Yeah, I thought it was okay. Did you see the first ones? Well, no, but I don't need to. I saw that. That's some shit some millennial would
Look,
say. So
look, I I really like the idea. I mean, you can have a good idea, but have it poorly executed. You know.
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of movies that I've heard on paper, and then I see it and I go, nah.
Well, it's like the antagonist that's something that I was interested in, and like it was Mila Jovovich or whatever her name is, that's who played her, and it I think she did a good job as it. It's just we did. I felt like everybody would have been happy if it was Ron Perlman, you know. Um,
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it. If Del Toro wasn't going to be involved, and Del Toro wanted to do something that was too expensive for what they
yeah.
could do.
A lot of people complained about it was like too gory and dark, and like it was R rated. So, but I mean I like that part of it. I guess
I mean, did they forget it was Hellboy?
Yeah. So I mean, they were trying to do a reboot, which I didn't watch it as a reboot. I was like, I'm watching it how I'm gonna assume that this movie is trying to kind of be,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody was. It's kind of like, just a different storyline, like sequel,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I would have liked to seen the other characters. The guy with I forget what's the guy with the fish guy, and then the girl with the fireballs.
Liz and Abe.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
I
have
don't
them
know.
in there, but I mean, I watched the first antagonist, and she was pretty cool. So I mean, they did enough where you could kind of tell it was supposed to be about a character that's similar to Hellboy, But I mean, I don't know. It could have been done better, but it was a cool idea.
Was it bad enough? Do you think there'll be no sequel, or do you think they'll still make a sequel to it?
Uh, I don't
Because
think they'll do a sequel to it unless if it's what people wanted.
every now and then they make something, you're like, they fucking made a sequel to that?
Yeah. I mean, they should have done Ron Perlman, and Del Toro should have directed it, but kept with the villain and stuff in it. That because it's supposed to be the Blood Queen or whatever, Lady of the Lake type thing. And if Del Toro could have done some interesting stuff with that, and it would have been interesting to see his take on that. So, but that's not what we got. And I felt like the actors did the best. That's the thing. Actors they can only do with what they're given. They can't change the shit. It's all the bigwigs that manage all that shit. But I mean, I guess if you're wondering if I would recommend it, I would recommend it. Like if you're definitely don't pay for it, but like if you're a huge fan of the Hellboy, so I would like if you're bored or something, I would watch it.
You hear it first. Ian said to go ahead and pirate that shit.
Well, pirate, or if you get it on, like a streaming service or something, if you want to be legit. There's
Too
two
legit
options,
to
two
quit.
different roads to go down in life. I mean, what did you like about the Hellboy? Like, did it have like that kind of humor or whatever you liked from the other? Like, you like comic book movies that are like don't take themselves too seriously. Is that like your? Because that's kind of like how
I
the
mean, I wouldn't
Watchmen
say
was.
that. I really liked Watchmen, and that followed the book to a T.
Right, but I mean they had humor in it, didn't it?
I mean, not the main story, but there were jokes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like Deadpool or anything. It was.
No, it wasn't like that.
I mean, there's you got the, like you said, taking itself not too seriously, breaking fourth walls and all that. You've got that, or you've got like I think the X-Men movies were too serious,
Yeah.
and like these are children's movies, right? No, okay.
Well, did you like read comic books and stuff back in the day? Like, is that how you knew these like movies, or did you just like watch the movies and became a fan of them?
No, I liked comic books back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I had weird tastes. I liked a lot of stuff by Image and Dark Horse. So like the Max and all that. Um,
Yeah.
and then like I collected more cards than I did comic books because I tried to collect comic books, and a couple of the rare ones I ended up damaging. Like I got one that I finally found the copy that I wanted, and it was like volume 2 or whatever. I was like, all right, finally got it, and the cover was white, and then I went to a yogurt shop and I got grape on the fucking cover, and I was so pissed. So I had to go buy it again. I was like, okay, I'm gonna not collect this shit for a minute because I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
So I mean, same thing with old magazines. Now I buy them, I put them in a bag and board, and put them in a closet somewhere because I'm afraid if I'm gonna read them. I have my old collection of vintage magazines sitting out on my coffee table, and my ex just sat a greasy bag from Wendy's on top of it, and it soaked through
Uh,
2 issues of a magazine. And I'm like, this magazine is from 1960. It lasted like 40 years without being fucked up, and you fucked it up in 10 minutes.
wow.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad things are digital now, so you don't gotta waste trees and paper. You can just read it online or on a Kindle or something.
Yeah.
But it's I always enjoyed the art. I collected cards for a long time because I used to put them in a photo album because they made like sleeves that were just little cutouts for cards.
Well, that's the thing about technology though, is like you lose all of, like the experience of everything in the social aspect, of
Oh, I don't
remembering
want
and
social anyway. No, I
oh,
didn't do that.
you just read your comic books by yourself. You didn't like
Oh
read
yeah,
them, or
yeah.
you weren't
I
excited
go
about
to
going up to the store and
I I'd go to the store, and like they had you could tell them what books to pull for you, and they would pull certain issues, and then you come in and you buy them. So you wouldn't even have to go hunt for them. They would have a list, and you know I enjoyed that because that was less work for me.
Well, did
You know,
you have like fond memories of like being with like reading your comic books or anything like that?
I mean, I didn't like because I didn't get into like I said, I was really into the Max. I didn't get into that until after I started watching the series,
I mean,
and
people
then
used to wait out in line for that shit just for comic books.
yeah,
And hey, yeah, you actually bump into somebody and talk to them.
Nah. Like, I mean, when I was a little kid, I used to read. I had the 1960s prints of Peanuts, like the little digest-sized ones with
Yeah.
like years worth. I had those. My parents got them at antique malls and shit. So I would read those as a kid, and like I had the Calvin and Hobbes collections and all that. So I would read comics, but not really superhero stuff until my later teens, I guess. Especially since my parents were kind of like, shelter me and wouldn't let me see shit because, oh no, that might be bad, you know. So, as a teenager, I'd have my own money. I could go out and buy things.
Yeah.
I didn't do social. I didn't really have friends till high school.
Well, I'm sure you had friends. It's just you didn't probably
Nope.
go out too much.
No.
Well,
Anyway.
I definitely would say it wasn't that you couldn't make friends. I mean, I'm sure you could
No, I
have
just
easily
didn't
made
care.
them if you wanted to.
No, I didn't. I didn't want to go out and meet anybody.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 1 a.m. here. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
All right. Let me try here. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. I added the audio outputs for the thing. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for anybody that's listening or that's been listening or that's gonna listen. Yeah, hope you all have a good weekend. You're playing video games or whatever you do. Peace out.